In the previous session, we already created user interface for our search view, but nothing was working as yet. Now in this video, we're going to make it work by using an awesome gem called Ransack. If you want to learn more about it, you can go to GitHub and Ransack, just like this one. Ransack is easy to use and very handy in helping you to build an advanced search condition for your model. Now in our scenario, we want to build our advanced search system for the room model with the different filters, and let's see what we can do with that with Ransack. In the meantime, if you want, we can have a quick look to how Ransack can help you to search with your model. It's very easy to use and very easy to understand. All right, let's go back to our app. First, open the gem 5, and we're going to install gem Ransack here, and we say Ransack. Now by the time we're going to use version 1.7 safe. Now again, just remind you, you definitely can say gem Ransack without the specific version, and with this one, it's gonna install the latest version of Ransack for you. But sometimes the latest version can break everything, so it's essential for you to understand that, and to make sure everything is working perfectly, you need to specify the version that you're going to use. All right, so in this case, it's the version 1.7. All right, save the file. Let's go back to our terminal. First, I'm going to stop this one, just clear it, and run the bundle install to install the gem. Okay, cool. Now just start the server again. All right, so let's go here, open F controller and go into page controller, and we're going to implement our search function inside the search action here. But first, I want you to stop typing anything along with me. Just grab a coffee and watch me doing the code. Now after that, I will explain the whole process for you, so you will get a better idea of how the search flows work. Now trust me, it works much better this way. Cool? All right, let's get started. First, we need to check whether the user provides the location or not. And the way we're doing that is if params search dot present, and also the params search strip is not empty. Then if it is the case, I'll just make the end here, and if it's the case, we say session log search location search, all right, equal params search. Okay, like I say, don't worry if you don't understand anything, just watch me and I'll explain everything once I finish here. All right, and then we've got a result. It's gonna be a new array, and here we're going to check if we got a session of log search, and also the session of log search is not empty. Then we're going to do something, otherwise we do something else. So if this is the case, just create a new variable named rooms. Let's say room address equal room.where. We just care about the room that's active equal true, and we say near session session log search, and we set to 5 kilometer, and we order by let's say distance. Otherwise we just return room address equal room dot where active true dot all. All right, that's mean we return all the rooms that's active in our database. Then we're going to create a new search variable, and this is going to be rooms address dot ransack. Here we go. We use a ransack here, and we pass the q params. And then after that, just create a new rooms variable equal search dot result. So we get a result of all the rooms satisfy the condition, and then just create a new array name rooms, and we say that rooms, and transfer this to an array. Now next we can search if params start date, and if we have a param start date and also we have a params end date, and we have params start date is not empty. I'll just copy this one, and also the param end date is not empty as well. Then we're going to do something inside here, and if that is okay, let's say start date equal date dot parse params start date, and this one end date param end date. So basically we just convert the param start date into a date object and assign it to the start date and end date variable. So from here we can say room dot h do room and end. Alright, so rooms we got from the result here, and we're going to look through every single room in this, and we say first let's create a new variable name not available equal room dot reservation dot where. Okay, so inside here let's say first I'm going to check if we got the start date greater than this one and the start date greater than this range, or just copy this one and this one we change to end date, or we got a start date greater than this one and this one less than the end date. Alright, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 question mark, and that's represent for 6 variable we need to pass here. We got end start date, we got end date. Alright, the last one we don't have commas here, and then we say limit 1, and after that we say if not available dot length greater than 0, then we say array rooms delete room. Cool, so it's time for the explanation. Now first we got this one as step 1. We need to check whether the user provide location or not. Something like they want to go to New York, they type New York and hit search. All right. The reason we using a session variable here, which is the session location search, is because we want to remember the location that people search for. So for the next search, they don't have to retype the location again unless they want to search for the other location. All right. Step 2. Well, actually, we don't need this array, so I'll just remove it because we already got array rooms here. So step 2, if we have a value for the location, and then we're going to get on the room within or nearby to with a specific location. So that's why you say, hey, if we know that you're going to New York, for example, then we're going to display all the rooms close by New York. All right, here we just say 5 kilometers far away from New York. Otherwise, if we don't have the location specific, something like they don't provide the location, we're going to get all the room that are active in our database, That's step 2. And step 3. Once we have all the rooms that we need in a step 2, we're going to apply all the filters that user selected. And here is what the ransack does a great job. Now, as you can see from step 2, we got rooms address. And here, all we need to do is just say room address.ransack, and we're going to pass a param q. Param q comes from ransack. And as you can see, just one line of code, we can get all of the rooms with the conditions, for example, the price greater than this one or the max price less than this one. And also we can get start date and end date. And if user selects the anti-room private, we got a queue here. And that's mean it's gonna get all the rooms in the database, have room type equal anti or equal private, right? And similar thing with accommodate bedrooms and bathroom. Ransack does a great job for you, so you don't have to worry about that sort of things. You don't have to make a query to the database and say, hey, I want to get room with the price in this range and the room type equal anti or private. All you need to do is just pass a queue parameter just like this one, and Ransack gonna take care of all of that for you. So now you know how powerful Ransack is. Alright, and step 3. Alright, before that, once you got a result, you're going to get the result to the rooms. And for this one, I'll just transform it to an array, because in later state, we're going to display the arrays room in our front end. Now, I can say this one is a step 4. It is an important step. The last thing we want to check if user search for the date range. If that is the case, then for every single room returns up here, we're going to look through every single one, and we need to check if we can find any reservation of that room falls within that time frame. And if we can find at least one of them, then that's mean that room is not available, and we need to remove that room from the search result. That's why first we need to transform this an array. And for this one, let's say if we can find inside this room, we have at least one reservation conflict with the start date and end date that we put in. If we can find just at least one, then we're going to remove that room in our result. So that's why here you got this code. Okay, so that's for the controller and the function, how it works. The very last step is very easy. All we need to do is just display the result, which is array rooms in the front end. And so let's go back to search page and let's go on down here. So I'm gonna call up this room, so easy to understand. All right, so let's say under this one, just make a break. All right, I'll just call up these close. So here I'll just create a new row, and inside here, well, actually we already done that in the home page. So let's go to the view page and home.html.erb. Yep, so I'll just copy this, copy and paste here. All right, of course, we're gonna using the array room, so copy this one and change this one to array rooms. All right, so let's open our home page, and let's say if we go into the Burwood, Victoria, Australia, just say Burwood Vic and hit search. So that's something wrong. Let's go back to our home page and check. Okay, here we need to use form tag because the method is get, so that's why we can't use a form for. Hit save. Let's go back here, hit refresh. Well, actually, just go back to home page, and if you go into Burwood, Victoria, hit search. Okay, so we're going to the search page, and it's display all the 3 rooms, which is awesome because all 3 rooms close to the Burwood. And we don't see the search panel, but I'm gonna use let's go back here. I'm gonna check. Okay, first we're gonna remove this class for now, save it, and if we hit refresh, Okay, here we go. So we got price range, we got started, ended. Beautiful. Now let's try to check if we can. So for Camberwell, Victoria, search. Yep, we come up with one. I know for sure because this room had the address close by to the Camberwell. So that's why it just display once. Awesome. Now, if you want, you can open the database, and we know that's a room. Let's just say if we go into the Burwood, it's going to display the 3 rooms. Yeah, and let's just open our database, and let's say for TV, we have only one room has is TV, which is the nice house in Melbourne. Let's say it's TV. Hit search. Hey, nice house in Melbourne, beautiful. All right, so right now you can play around with by min price or max price. You can open the database and manipulate the data with set true false for all of those options, or you can set a price. So for example, here we got 169. I'm going to set a price. So let's say for my 100 and 200. Hit search. All right, it's come up with 2 rooms. Nice house Melbourne and beautiful place for John Dream. Let's check the database. For the price, these 2. Yep, absolutely sweet. All right, you can use the database and play around with the other option, but right now we know for sure that our search function is working perfectly. Okay, next, it would be awesome if we can show the Google Map on the right hand side with all the markers corresponding with the rooms address that we got here, and that's what we're going to do in the next session. I'll see you then.